Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 10, Episode 8 of Tap the Craft Podcast. I am Denny Luce coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer, and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Kris McKenzie. How are you doing tonight, Kris?
Denny, I am doing really well.
Excellent.
I'm having a great evening. I am not tired, which is
Oh,
weird.
good. You must have got some good rest
And
today then.
I did. It go away. I had two things playing in my ear for a second. There we go.
Uh-oh.
I fixed it. But yeah, I am not sure what happened. If the planets just aligned appropriately. But I got to sleep in today and yesterday, and I got rest.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's great.
So
It must be the full moons helping you
yeah,
sleep.
I'll take it if that's what it is. I don't believe in that stuff for anything, but you know what? If it helped me get some sleep, I'm all about it.
Excellent.
So I'm good. I'm good. What about you? How are you doing this evening?
Well, I'm doing well. It is Monday. Everyone knows everyone's hard to get back from a nice weekend to get back into the work groove. So, a little disheveled.
Yeah, you look disheveled.
But you know what? I'm here and I'm chatting with you,
Yeah.
and we're going to be drinking a lot of beer in the show
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
sometimes things just don't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. And that's what happened tonight. Right now, I don't have anything in my glass. We're gonna fix that here in a minute. We're gonna go ahead and open a beer and do tasting notes on it. Kris and I are.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
before we get started with that, I want to just start this show off with letting anyone who's new listening to Tap to Craft podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listener, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And you are listening to episode 242, recording on Monday, October 30th, 2023. We are live on Facebook. And if you would like to join us during one of our recording sessions, you can do that on the Monday prior to release at 8:30 Eastern Time. So we release every other Thursday, and that Monday before that release date, just join us on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And in this episode, we don't know what we're going to do because our plans got leveled,
Sideswiped,
sideswiped,
ghosted, even.
ghosted.
We got ghosted, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping and planning on interviewing KJ and Jillian from Leaven Brewing, but something must have happened, and we can't get a hold of them, and they are not here. But we were able to secure some beers from Leaven Brewing that we were going to drink and taste on the air and talk about them with the owners and brewers of Leaven Brewing. Uh, so we're going to go ahead with that. We have four beers. Maybe we'll drink all four because I don't have any other content to talk about.
I don't
So
either. I had a fifth one from them. I had this one
I
before the
have
show
that.
started.
Oh, you had it before?
It's gone
Okay.
already.
It's
So
already gone. All
yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
okay. Well, we'll do at least three. And if we can, we'll do four, but we'll do three beers for sure that I was already planning on. As well, you know what? You can always count on Kris having some great beer conversation. So let's start this beer conversation off by doing our first beer tasting of the night from Leaven Brewing out of Riverview, Florida. This
Hmm.
will be their Leavenfest Festbier coming in at 6.2% ABV. So let's go ahead and crack this baby open and pour it into our
Oh,
glasses. It does have a good carbonation burst out of there, huh?
wait, what's this? How's it?
I'm trying not to get, you know how I do this. I pour and I get big heads. Big head loose over here. But you know what? It's
That
not too
poured
big, not too bad of a
just
head, huh?
right. I mean that
Yeah.
that poured just right, and I poured that pretty slightly aggressively too. Before we get too far ahead of it, Kyle Marrero hopped on and said, "Cheers, guys."
Cheers, Kyle. Thank you for showing up and being here with us. We
Yeah,
always like having you along for our journey. All right. So looking at this, it looks like a fest beer.
yeah.
It's got a
Other than my
nice
glass getting
honey amber color, lots of bubbles. I love bubbles in beer. The head, I poured it kind of light. I had about a half a finger of head that dissipated pretty quick, which is interesting because normally with the you guys still got a good
Well, I
head. You're
poured it a
more
little harder.
aggressive.
I
Yeah,
did.
I didn't want it all over my keyboard, so I didn't go so hard. But normally I would expect to see a little bit more head on one of these beers, so that's interesting. That it's a little bit lighter in the head. It's a off-white with, I guess, some dense bubbles, but I wouldn't say it was too dense.
I don't know. I got a little bit of both. I got some dense ones. I've got some bigger ones, bigger coarse bubbles.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a little bit of everything in there, but it is
Yeah.
definitely it's starting to fade, but a queen, creamy, not a queenie head,
Okay.
but a creamy
I was
white
thinking,
head. Oh
what's
my
on your
gosh.
mind, Kris?
It's creamy, creamy
All
and
right.
white.
Okay, so let's take a little nose hit off of this. So it definitely smells like a Marston or a Festbier.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a little sweetness in the nose. Well, I
So,
can sense some
some
sweetness,
crackery breadness to it.
some
Bready,
crackery
breadery, bread.
malt
Damn it, I can't
character.
English today.
Little sweet crackery.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go
Sweet
right in.
cracker.
Let's go right into some flavor here. We're gonna power through these beers.
That was my nickname in high school.
It's good. It
This
finishes off dry, which is pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting to be, um, finish off so dry as it does because it does have that sense of sweetness in the aroma. It does have a little bit of sweetness up front, and I am getting some of that cracker doughy, almost kind of a little bit bread crusty character in there. Easy drinking for
mm-hmm.
sure. Um, and and it is a little bit higher. It is 6.2% ABV. So, but I don't feel like it's high in alcohol.
No, it tastes pretty light.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't mind having this any time of the year.
Yeah, it's got a nice flavor. It's very clean. Um, I am getting a little bit of some kind of maybe some kind of fruitiness in there too in the mid. Some of that sweetness I think is coming across like trying to taste it. I don't know. I'm having trouble. I always have trouble coming up with flavor profiles of things that just have like a light.
Well, I mean, it's really heavy malt in the beginning, and then you get a little bit of hop bitterness at the end, just a little.
But it does finish off, like I said, it finishes off pretty dry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I for a lager, that's really impressive. All right, it's good. I like it. I will preface this that one of my new and noteworthy beers was a Oktoberfest this weekend that I did give a 5 and did say was the best Oktoberfest I had this year,
Mm.
and that still is the best Oktoberfest. This one I will say if you want a Oktoberfest that you can drink easily drink and
Yeah.
enjoy a few of these, this is a beer you could definitely drink 3 or 4. You can drink this all night long and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I I it's kind of like one of the Oktoberfest I can do that with typically is the Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. I feel like that beer, and I have done it. I have gone and just drank a 6-pack when in fact, when I was at my tailgate party that the company threw a few weeks ago, I think I mentioned it on last show. The beers they had a few different beers, and I just kind of started off with the Sam Adams Oktoberfest and just kind of went through all night with it, and I really enjoyed it. Again, typically a beer that we would say is kind of more on the macro side with Sam Adams, but a beer that still is good that you shouldn't overlook. If you haven't had one of those for a while, you should try it. But I put this ranking up in that easy drinking all night long, not too heavy. Kris would like to see. I think I'm right with you, Kris. If I have a fest beer, I tend to think it's going to be a little bit uh, heavier in that
It
body
just
and
I
mouthfeel.
think, yeah, like I said, that it's a really lighter bodied beer. I
Yeah,
mean, and then I'm just, as far as how fest beers at least play out in my world, I mean, I want to be able to drink this with some food, or actually,
oh yeah,
have the German type food, or maybe get some schnitzel or some
yeah,
pretzels, or
yeah.
you
This
know
would
that
go good with German food for
this
sure.
would go
Yeah,
good with a
schnitzel.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of stuff.
This is a beer that you could drink with almost any. And now, how well it complements things, I don't know how well it complements, but as far as drinkability, without like wrecking the, without something wrecking this beer, like some
Mm-hmm.
things you eat and you go and drink IPA or a pale ale or some hop thing,
Yeah.
and just wrecks your palate because it doesn't blend well. This is something I think could blend with anything you eat. Right? You want some schnitzel? Good. You
Yeah.
want the pretzel with beer cheese? It's good.
Yeah.
You want those potatoes? Good.
Yep. This would go good with a lot of different types of food too. Just,
Yeah. Yeah. Throw some extra garlic in there. Yeah, it's
mm-hmm.
good. It'll work. It won't mess it up.
Yeah. You could have Chinese food with this. You could have German food with this. It's
Yeah.
just a world. It's a worldly beer if you're gonna pair it with food.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, thumbs up. I
Mm-hmm.
think overall, if I were to rate this right off the cuff here, is I think I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5.
Yep. So I rated this slightly higher when I had it at the
Mm.
brewery
Always better at the
um,
brewery. Always
on
better.
October 13th. I had it on Friday the 13th, rated a 4.5
Oh wow.
for this one.
Wow.
And man,
Nice.
it just it that was a special day, I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. I
That
I
was a
I
I need a
think
beer.
yeah. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with this beer. But for me, with Oktoberfest, I tend to enjoy, like you said, a little bit heavier body with it, to get it a higher rating in my
Yeah.
rating.
Yeah.
This reason why I went with 4 instead of higher.
Yeah, and even that it is later, I appreciate that about it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't read what they had to say about this. It says
Mm,
waited all year for this. A smooth, clean, pale German lager with a moderately strong malty flavor and a light hop character. Prost. And I agree. There is a light hop flavor in there, and I'm still trying to pick out what that flavor is. I'm not. It's just I don't know. I'm burping it up though, but I can't pinpoint that hoppy fruitiness that's in there. But it is enjoyable, and it is very clean.
yeah.
Um, I definitely give a 5 for clean beer. Um, and I love the way that it ends, dry, not like bone dry, like your mouth is being sucked dry, but it just has a nice dry finish. You get the sense of the sweetness, but it doesn't carry on to the end, which is nice. Okay, there we go. Well, we're going to go ahead and skip KJ and Jillian's craft beer journey. We're going to go right into thanking all of our Patreon supporters, because you know what, Patreon supporters, it was your kind generosity that helped us purchase these beers and ship them all the way to Boise so that Kris and I can talk about these beers with you. So we really appreciate all your support, because not only is this episode, but these beers are brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Schlemmer, Kevin and Amanda Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson, and Jim Kutzel, Alex Fuchs, and Mark Reedy, who are our virtual producers, and Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chalamasa, Mark Church, and Eric Gronley, who want to buy us a virtual beer. If you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host, or buying us a virtual beer, or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. Now, I was going to go into a second beer tasting, but we're going to go ahead and do our Untapped the Craft
I'm
segment.
ready for it.
Are you ready for it?
Oh yeah.
Because we need to finish this beer real quick, and we'll do that. We'll do
Okay.
our second tasting, and then I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to start just Talk
we're
about
gonna
something.
have some fun. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
So for those of you that are live with us right now, what are you drinking? What's in your glass this evening? Or is there any questions that you have that we can touch on some conversation with you too while you're live with us on Facebook? So we're going to start on our Untap the Craft segment. And remember, if you want us to read your check-ins on Untapped, make sure you follow me at MCK1345. And we read the check-ins approximately 24 hours prior to recording, and we record every other Monday. So we're going to start with a little burp there first. But we're going to start off with OBS Beers is drinking a Lemon Drop Saison by Nevada Brewworks. Excuse me. No notes or rating to go along with this one, but simply put, a lemon drop saison.
Okay.
That's what I got today for you on that one. Travis Watson is checking into a Wake Up Worldwide Stout by Doghead or Dogfish Head Craft Brewery. He's drinking this inside a dumpster. This is check-in location.
Wow, he's hit the low.
Yeah. Drinking that boozy beer inside of a dumpster. He said roasty depth and body. Coffee blends in well with the deep malt notes. The oat milk adds to the big body. Good stout. Nice. 15.3% ABV. That sounds a little light for a worldwide stout, but I don't know.
It does sound light because they used to have them up there at 18 to 21%. I had one that was 21% or some ridiculous thing like that. I'm like, I had one 10-ounce pour, and it took me like an hour and a half to drink that thing. It was so strong.
Yeah, well, it's what their page says on Untapped. So he gave it a 4-cap rating for this 15.3% ABV. So maybe when they added the coffee to it, dialed it down a little.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next on our list is going to Mr. Art Warcheck, drinking a Check 1 2 3. I'm sorry, I did it wrong. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3 by Acronym Brewing. He's checking in at the brewery, and he gave it a 4.25 cap rating to go along with this beer. Next on our list is going to be, and I want to read the same person again. Jeff Weesey, drinking a Brews Triple by Brews Beers. And he's drinking this at Untapped at home. He said light in color, big in flavor, full body with big caramel sweetness. One of the best triples I've ever had. So much so, Denny, that he gave it 5 cap rating.
Nice job, Jeff.
So cheers to that one, Jeff. On up the list, Mike Allen drinking a barrel-aged brownie batter peanut butter brownie observation by Pontoon Brewing. No notes to go along with that one, but man, that sounds like dessert in a glass. 4.25 rating to go with his check-in for barrel-aged brownie batter peanut butter brownie observation.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. Next on our list, Chad Lamassa. Chad, something tells me that the label art got you on this one, but he is checking into an out of order double strawberry sorbet by Rhubarb Brewing. And Denny, these are the guys that do the that have all their labels look like Slush Puppy.
Okay.
Slush Puppy, Slushy Company. He gave it 4.25 caps for this one, and the dog on the front of this one looks like a Lego character wearing a hood. But he said strawberry sorbet describes it perfectly. Tons of strawberries. Well, simply put, very nice. Those guys are going to be at the Badass Beerfest as well. Matt Knight drinking a Genesee specialty cran orange Keller beer. That sounds like something you'd want to have at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a Thanksgiving beer for sure.
By Genesee Brewing Company. He's enjoying this at the Hooligans East Side Grill. He said, I figured I'd try it for 2023. I'm not a huge cranberry guy. Nice blend of orangey zest with a bit of cranberry tartness on creating a dry finish. It's better on tap than canned. I wouldn't want more than one in a night, but overall, it's still a solid beer.
So interesting because killer beers typically aren't. I mean, they're not too strong, and cranberry is great in a beer, and orange. That sounds like a great beer to me. I could probably have a couple, but I wonder if it was too much, maybe artificial flavoring type. Maybe
It
it's too
might
strong.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a response, Denny.
Okay.
They said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I messed up. We flew in from Oklahoma and I straight forgot. It happens. It definitely happens."
Well,
All
it's
right.
okay.
So good. At least it wasn't just a screw those guys. No,
Yeah.
guys, we get it. Life happens. And trust me, if it wasn't for phones and calendars, I probably wouldn't be able to keep a schedule. So we'll just have to try to get you on next time. But we are definitely going to be drinking these beers and we'll chat a little further in the future. So, but he gave that 3 3/4 cap rating for that specialty cran orange Keller beer. Let me see what we got next on the list. Oh, she's calling. Should I answer this?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
should I answer it?
sure.
Okay. Oh crap.
But you can mute it. Go ahead and mute for a second.
Oh, mute it for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want I I'm glad she's calling and we understand. Things happen, but we're carrying on. And if they want to join us, maybe they'll join us right now and we can get some of the show on. We already only drink one beer. We're getting ready to drink a second one. So maybe they can join us, but I'm guessing that they're probably you know, resting up from their trip back from Oklahoma, which it'd be hard to come in from a trip and go and be on a podcast as well. Hopefully, I had fun in Oklahoma. Maybe went and visited Core 4 Brewing, our buddy Buck and Jillian there. There's another Jillian. Maybe they're friends. But that's okay. We're gonna punt. We're just kind of shooting from the hip on this episode. Meanwhile, as Kris, wow, oh yeah, his eyes are moving. Okay, he's still talking. It's great if you actually watch the video. You can see Kris. In fact, the podcast. I'm just going to cut this out of the audio podcast, so only people that actually watch the video is going to know that any of this happened because that's the way I roll. We'll just cut it out. But you can see Kris talking away. He's such a good guy. But I think what I'll do is I'll end up talking about, for the Brew Buzz segment, I'll talk about my trip to Pocatello and having some great beers that are in my new and noteworthy, but some information that I also got from the owners of. I did chat with both the owners at Jim
All right.
Dandy for a while. Okay.
We are
Hey,
going
Kris.
to reschedule.
Is that right?
We are going to reschedule. Jillian said, "I feel like a terrible human being."
Okay.
And
Okay.
they said they just got back from Oklahoma today, totally spaced. So it happens. You guys are totally fine. So we're still going to drink your beers on the show and tell you how we like them.
Okay.
But so I don't know what you were saying. I had my headphones off so I could talk to her.
No. I was just trying not to have dead air, so anyone watching the show could hear that. What's going on.
All right.
I said what a great guy you are. And I'm
Nah,
going to
something
cut all
tells me
this
you
out of
didn't.
the audio,
Ah,
so
come on. Then there's
nobody
no
will
proof.
know.
Then there's no proof. I have the recordings, Denny. All right. Next on the list, Art Warcheck again is drinking a 2023 version of Samuel Adams' Utopias.
Ooh, who was that?
Art Warcheck. So he's
Wow,
my buddy in
Art. Yeah, in
Ohio.
Ohio. Yeah.
He's the beer buyer for the local grocery store. My favorite beer place, if I'm ever back in the Akron area. 4.5 caps for that beer. Y'all are pouring some heavy stuff over at the Market
I
District, Art.
wonder. I wonder if Kevin and Amanda go to that market and
They
drink.
could. So if I'm remembering correctly, so they live in Kevin and Amanda, I believe, live in a place called a town called Portage Lakes. So they're about 15, 20 minutes south of where that is.
Okay.
But I mean, totally doable.
Yeah, it's doable. Yeah,
Totally doable.
especially if they have a good beer scene there. A good beer
Yeah, there's a lot of,
Absolutely.
I'm sure by now there's plenty of good places in between. So, but moving on up the list, Florida Steve is drinking an Old Brown Dog Ale by Smutty Nose Brewing Company. He said classic brown, so good. I miss this style. This is probably one of the better ones I've ever had. And he gave it a 4.5 cap rating for the Old Brown Dog Ale by Smutty Nose. That's a brewery I haven't heard of in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either for a while.
Yeah. Eric Gronley checking into a Lake Fellow by Portage Brewing Company, checking in at the GHQ. And he said, juicy IPA, full pineapple flavor. Love having this one again. Waiting for the snow to come overnight. Happy Halloween. 4.25 cap rating for that beer. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Halloween myself. Jordan Cohen checking into a Hella Juice Bag by Humble Sea Brewing Company. No notes to go along with this one, but a 4.25 cap rating. Chad Lamassa again drinking a Black Order by Midnight Run Brewing. Crowler 2 of 3 from Midnight Run. Dark chocolate and coffee. Very strong. Just a touch of booziness. Very nice. 5 cap rating for that one.
Just a little bit of heat.
Just a little bit of booze. And then moving on up. Ooh, the label art would have gotten me on this one. Bill Schlemmer checking into a Herbs in Horto. Herbs in Horto by Hop Butcher for the World. I'm sitting here going, well, is that H actually pronounced? But it looks like the oh damn it, I clicked on the picture and didn't put it in a new tab. I know. Listen, that's okay. I'm a professional. I'll get it. But the logo or the label looks like Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
But he gave this one a 4.75 cap rating, and I hit back, and I'm right back to where I left off. Emily Allen, want to send our thoughts and well-being to you. She's drinking a Martin by, I can't pronounce that one, Badish Stadsbrauerei Rothaus. She said, prayers for my mom drinking on a Monday because life is a bit heavy right now. So
I hear you.
We raise our glasses to you, Emily. Cheers. And hopefully everything goes well with your mom. She's also checking into a couple of other beers. Triple IPA by Other Half Brewing Company. Thick tropical juice, super heavy and creamy. 4.25 cap rating for that one. And then Matt Knight again is drinking a chocolate lava cake stout by State of Brewing.
Way too sweet. Oh my god.
It really does. Let's see what he says about this one, because he gave it a 3.25 cap rating, but was nice enough to tag us in it. He said, also beer? Bought this for science. Not too bad. Sweet and chocolatey, but only a little roastiness comes out of on the tail end. Little thin on the mouthfeel. It's okay for the price.
Little heavy on a diabetes.
He purchased this at Aldi, according to his check-in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they sell big beers at Aldi, huh?
I mean, it's surprising. I mean, I know they've put out beer. I don't know how good they are, but who knows? But that is what everybody's drinking.
Oh, good. Great. I'm glad everyone's drinking some great beer. It's time to do another tasting. I'm thirsty. I already finished that one. I'm ready for this red.
I had a dry spot in the back of my throat, so
I thought you did.
This is perfect.
So we're going right to the next beer, and this is called Leaven Brewing The Red. It's an Irish red ale, and I'll read what it's 6.7% ABV, and here's what they have to say about it. And the cheers were heard throughout the city that day. The red was back on. This robust blend of Pilsner, caramel, and roast malts is our hero. A single bugle plays when it taps. So yeah, this is a beer I've been waiting. Well, this one and the next one are two beers I've been waiting for.
So clear.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see your beautiful face. I love a good Irish red. And you know what? Nobody brews them. what is wrong with people? And I'm so glad that Leaven Brewing decided to go ahead and buck the system and release as one of their flagship beers, I believe, as well,
Yeah.
a
Um,
red Irish red.
so one of the things when I went in there to grab these beers the other day that KJ told me, he said, we're really big on beer flavored beers. And I said, that's one of my favorite things about you guys is that you make beer flavored beers and it's not just a bunch of adjuncts and craziness.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and we talk about those all the time. So, but I mean, nice. Ugh.
yeah. The head is nicer
Oh,
on this
get
one.
in focus, camera. There we go. We'll
Yeah,
set this
you're having
down.
trouble. You're having trouble
There we
there,
go.
Kris.
It's
There you
look,
go.
I'm back. Nice, nice.
So this is what I expected, at least the head
Yeah,
on
whatever.
that Festbier to be, is at least hold up like this. This one's holding up pretty strong.
This
The
one's
bottom is still,
dense.
yeah. This is pretty much all dense bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some good proteins in there generating this head. I see a couple coarse. I see some coarse bubbles on the edge of the glass, but um, uh, I you probably can't see with all the chill haze here, but there are bubbles. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see it in the right here in the neck. You can see that there's bubbles coming up out of that, which I like to see bubbles. Nice caramel, like dark caramel coloring. I don't want to say necessarily, well, maybe copper. I guess it is copper, copper reddish yellow. It is copperish. Almost like it's got a little orange hue to it. Yeah, copperish. It looks beautiful. Beautiful looking beer. Head staying strong. Exactly what I like to see. Nice, strong head. Hasn't died down at all.
Mine's
But
almost gone. Mine's almost
really,
gone, but it's still holding on for dear life.
okay. Taking a whiff of this once again, um, like I did with the fest beer, I pick up some sense of sweetness in the aroma, almost like cotton candy. Maybe it's just my imagination. Were you ever taking a sip? What did you smell?
I wasn't worried
Did
about what it smelled like.
did you sense like sweetness in there too, or is it just me? Am I?
No,
Is it? Am I?
it smells like caramel. It smells
Yeah.
a little roasty and it smells a little bit like caramel.
For me, I'm picking up like now again. I haven't had cotton candy in like 25 or more years, but kind of reminds me a little bit of that spun sugary
Yeah.
ness,
It's definitely got it's
cotton candy.
caramel, but also kind of like caramel sugar, almost
Yeah.
burnt sugar smell to it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll agree
But
with
yeah, I
that.
definitely see what you mean by the cotton candy.
Yeah, it kind of just reminds me of the whiff as I walk by the cotton candy spinner when I go through the, you know, festivals and stuff. Okay, I'm taking a sip now. While I
Sorry,
take a sip, why don't you
I
go
was
ahead and
feeling
explain?
ambitious.
Why don't you go ahead and explain what you taste in this beer?
So I like this because I'm with you, Denny. I like the red ales or the just mostly because it is a little malt sweetness to it, but you get a little more roasty and bitterness in it as well. And in this one, I almost even get a little bit of like orangey. I don't want to call it citrus,
No,
but
no, no. Orange. You're right. It's exactly what I was just tasting when you said it. It's like orange, um, fizz or whatever. Like I tried to come up with this last time. Not necessarily the zest and
oh, the
appeal,
pith.
but the no, but like when you like mist, orange mist. You
Oh, like
kind of
the orange
like the
oil that if you
oils, like the
squeeze the
oils.
skin,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like the orange oils. That's what I kind of get a flavor in there a little bit. But you're right. I do get a little bit of that orange, not citrus like bitterness, but like orange oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I like this one. I like this one a lot. I've had this one many a times. So it's I was definitely
Okay.
excited to get this one out to you.
So yeah, I definitely taste the caramel right up front. I do get a little bit of of, like I said, orange oils or orange mist
Essence, if you want to.
essence, orange
Yeah,
essence.
orange essence.
Not in bitterness, just in orange flavor, you know, which I appreciate. It does finish dry, uh, very much like that Festbier does. It, you know, finishes off dry, not sweet. It is lighter, which I expect to have an Irish red to be lighter body, and it holds true to that. Um, Easy drinker, clean, maybe a little bit of that that burnt caramel, toffee, maybe a little toffee flavor sticking around in the finish a little bit in my mouth. But yeah, it's good. I like this beer.
Let's see.
Um, it's not as dry as I have come across with some other Irish reds that are super dry. This one's still carries a little bit of that sweetness in, but it's still fairly dry for um, for a beer.
Trying to see
Sorry for the
what I
yeah. Go ahead
rated
and
this
see
in
what
the
you
past.
yeah. Go ahead and see what you rate this. Um,
So let's see. Actually, I'll tell you this. I actually used this beer a few months ago to sell a dog training program.
oh really?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I met a gentleman at Gasparilla of all
hmm
places, and I feel like every other time that I go into that place, I'm wearing a sit mean sit shirt, and we're sitting grabbing a beer, pizza, or something, and sat down next to this guy, and he was like, "Oh, my son has a dog that really needs to be trained," and I was like, "Oh, well, that's great. Here's our card. You can give us a call." And we got to talking about beers, and he wasn't super big into craft beers, but he
hmm
goes, this the red from Leaven, that's one of my favorites. He goes, I really like that one. So I went to Leaven the day he was supposed to come in for his consultation.
And
And I brought him a 6-pack of it, and he was like, "Oh man, that's great, thank you." Now I did his consultation back in May, excuse me, and it just finally sold like 3 days ago.
okay.
Planting seeds,
Yeah.
Denny. No,
Yeah.
they
He
don't all
wasn't
sell
ready.
on the
He
spot.
wasn't ready back in May, but now
Yeah,
he's ready.
he's ready now. That maybe he's had some more beer to encourage him. But yeah,
Yeah.
I rate this one a 4 is what I rated this one the last
Yeah,
two times I've
that's
had it.
I, I I'm gonna rate this as a 4 as well. I believe. Very drinkable. Not too much. Like everything is all the everything's melded together really well to make it not any one thing is dominant in this beer. Um, ex- I mean, it is a maltier beer, but it's not like all malt. I mean, there is a lot. I guess it is all malt, but you don't feel like you're drinking something that's super sweet and heavy. It definitely has a lighter feeling. You do have that toffee, burnt caramel flavor. I do get. I'm still even. I've drank over half this beer, and I still every sip I can sense some of that orange orange taffy flavor in there or something like that. Like something. It's I can't explain it exactly, but you have that little orange essence in there, and then finishes off fairly dry, but
Mm-hmm.
not and it's not watery as well, which I appreciate. So it kind of it does everything pretty good. But I think I give this a 4 cap rating as well.
Yeah, I like if we're comparing it to the Fest beer. I like the body on this one a little better. Um, you didn't spill anything, did you, Danny?
Just the dregs of my
Okay.
can on my
All
pants
right.
and my keyboard.
All right.
Hopefully, it
All
won't make my keyboard all sticky.
all the keys still work.
I hope so. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
go typing now. I'll make a mess. But
Well, you figure with the way our technology advances, you should be able to just pour hot water in your keyboard and rinse
yeah,
everything out of it. Come
or
on.
just go and put it in the dishwasher, let it clean it. Should be
Yeah.
it should
Come on, Elon Musk. Get on it.
All right. Well, good beer. I'm glad that I have 3 more of these, I think, Kris.
Yeah,
You
you
sent me
should.
4. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to drink. This is a great beer that when you get home from work and you don't want to go too heavy with something, you just want to enjoy a beer.
Yeah.
This one and that Leavenfest, both are just beers that you just go grab out, unwind with a nice, easy, enjoyable, flavorful beer that's not going to just over hop, over bitterness you or over, make it too sweet, make it too heavy. You know, I always like it. The first beer I drink every night is something that's just easy drinking. Usually a
Yeah.
lager, usually a cream ale, a blonde ale, something that I have that is just easy to drink where it's not too much on my system. And then I work up to getting to those porters, stouts, and double IPAs, triple IPAs. Lately, I've been getting some triple IPAs that are pretty good. I have one triple IPA I had a 4-pack of it. And it's so strong. It is a hazy one, but it's got like a cream sickle. It's called uh, tricycle triple IPA. Um, from Matchless Brewing, I think it is. I think it's Matchless. And it's good, but my gosh, you have to be ready for this thing because it's, 10.5%
Mm.
ABV. It's thick, it's bitter, it's boozy, and it's orangey. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. I can't just come home from work and down that thing.
Oh God, no.
But this red ale for sure. This is my come home
This is
and
your
relax
primer.
primer. My
Yeah.
primer to what my night's going to be like. So good job. Okay. I'm not going to read any feedback or anything this episode because honestly, I wasn't prepared to go and prepare. We didn't get any voicemails or anything either. But if you want to leave us a voicemail, we love to get your voicemails. You can leave that at 208-536-3359. If that is too many numbers because you've been drinking along with us and you're just like, what the heck did you say? How about 208-53 oddly? Open up your contacts. Put us in there right now. 208 536
536-3359.
Yeah. Put it in there, Tap to Craft Podcast. And when you feel like leaving us a voicemail, hit that speed dial and just chat with us for 3 minutes or more. And we'd love to hear from you.
Listen, you can be like Jim too. I mean, you can leave us multiples.
Yeah.
Just
Jim is
don't feel you're
notorious
don't
for
feel you're
3.
limited to 3 minutes. You can have them all. Have all the minutes.
Yeah. But if you are shy, phone shy, don't worry. You can send us an email at taptocraft@gmail.com or leave us a comment or a message on Facebook. And Kris, I need to be better because I think we had people leave stuff on Facebook and I don't ever look at the messages.
Got you.
But
Listen,
you got it.
I've been expanding our Facebook web a little more in the last couple of weeks as I've gotten into a habit of doing it for not only for work but for us too. So we're part of some beer community pages and
nice.
across the country, and it's nice to be able to chat with folks in there too, that instead of it just being like me going in there and going, yeah, that brown ale's great, it's the podcast going, yeah, moose drool, that's great, and we'll share our posts into those pages too, and reach out to more folks to have them find our page and like it and listen to us on the podcasts. And so we're always doing our thing.
We're at facebook.com/taptocraft, and we have our very own website, taptocraft.com. Go check it out. You can find out some history behind us and find out all the episodes and notes in there, show notes. We also have a Discord server. Yes, Chad, I do suck at Discord. I understand. It takes me weeks to go and check. I try, but it is a little mini social network just for our community.
Yeah.
You can go to taptocraft.com/Discord to join, interact with some of our other listeners who are on there. And every so often, me and Kris will make a visit. We do show up sometimes, but
I'll
I'm getting kind of old for this all this social media stuff. It's hard. It's hard.
I'm struggling with TikTok. It's
Oh, are
just,
you?
well, not struggling with it, just it's so you gotta remember is not only, my personal social media stuff, and it's just like, hey, here's the picture of, hey,
Mm-hmm.
we went to this play yesterday, and this is what we're doing in life. And then,
Yeah.
between work and the social media there, and then, I mean, we try to get in a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah. Well, we do have a TikTok. Is it tiktok.com/@tapthecraft? Is that right?
So if you just look everything that we do, it's Tap the
Tap the
Craft
Craft.
on
Okay.
everything social.
Okay. Yeah. Go check out our TikTok and see what Kris is posting on there. It's probably super hip. All
It's the
right.
bee's knees, really. It's
All right. So we don't have a brew buzz because we were going to talk about Leaven Brewing, but we already talked about the fact that they got back from a trip to Oklahoma and forgot that they were recording night. No problem. We'll hit them up again. So I'm going to ad lib for a minute. I want to talk about my trip down to Pocatello.
yeah.
I did go down there this weekend to help my daughter out install. I have a daddy do list that I do every time I go to Pocatello,
Curious to know
and
what you did this weekend.
yeah, she had a pretty good. Well, I'll briefly talk about it. Pretty good list. Um, for Christmas she wanted uh, she wanted a camera, a floodlight camera for her backyard door because she was afraid that kids were coming back there smoking weed or whatever.
She should go
She
back
wanted to
there
be
and
able to
take it
catch
from
them.
them.
Yeah. So so we bought one for Christmas, and she asked if she could have it early and if I could come and install it for her. So I said, okay, sure, we'll give it to you early. It won't be under the tree, but
You
it's
got early Christmas
Christmas.
presents, Haley. Come
We got
on.
yeah. So I did. I installed that. Went smooth. Now she's got recording of her backyard area, so she can see when the kids are over there causing mischief. She bought a new bed headboard, bed stand thing, whatever, bed set. So I had to take apart her old one, get it outside, and then put together the new one. So I did that, and amazing. I I've never used Facebook Marketplace, but we just wanted to get rid of it. So she put it on there for free. I said, no one's going to want this crappy thing. She says, oh, yeah, they will. She put it on
Yeah.
there for free. And like a second after she posted it, three people asked if it was still
Can I have
available.
this? Is it still available?
Yeah. And I'm like, people like other people's junk? Really?
Yep.
Is that true? I was totally blown away. I had
Yeah.
no idea. So we got rid of that. That was nice. So that's out of the way. Then she had not one, not three, but seven shelves, independent shelves I had to hang throughout her house.
I'm gonna have to start
Um,
teaching this girl how to
yeah.
hang stuff. Haley, I'm gonna
So
teach you about wall anchors.
I had to go buy wall anchors so I could secure these things so they wouldn't just fall off when she put something on them. So I hung seven independent shelves up around her house. And the last but easy thing to do was she needed her wipers replaced, so I replaced the wipers on her car. So that now during winters come. It actually snowed Saturday morning while we were there. Not
Oh,
too heavy, just a light
okay.
dusting of snow.
Okay.
But now she has wipers that can go ahead and take care of business when needed. So my gift was is that I get to go to Jim Dandy Brewing after I do
Did
all these
she
daddy
buy
do.
or did you?
So the first night, Friday night, we went and she said, I'm gonna buy you your beers."
All
She was
right.
gonna buy the beers the whole weekend, but we didn't hold her to that.
Oh, come on.
I know I'm a softie. So, but she did buy all my beers on Friday night,
All
which was
right.
nice.
You guys raised her pretty well. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
And then so then we did that. I got to taste some of the new beers, posted some pictures on Untappd so you can see me and my drinking beers
Uh-huh.
pictures. And then we went back Saturday after we did all that work. We went back Saturday and they were having a Halloween party. We did not dress up. I dressed up as Old Man Luce.
You dress up
And
like him every day.
yeah, yeah. But we went back there and I started drinking, more beers. And I bought about, I don't know, I think I bought about $140 worth of beer to bring home because I need to stock up. I don't go there, and,
Hmm.
and I,
Hmm.
I need to last till my next trip or until Haley comes and visits and brings me more beer. Hopefully she will, because she's been really bad at bringing me beer when she comes to visit.
Actually, I think one of the last times she came and visited you guys, and she didn't bring you anything, and I
Three
gave
times,
her,
the last
yeah,
3 trips.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh, and I was giving her grief about it.
yeah,
So you,
yeah.
you didn't bring them anything? All right, let's see your pictures. We're gonna share this on the. If you're watching this live on Facebook, you get to see
Oh
all of
yeah,
Denny's goofy
oh
pictures.
yeah,
So let's
yeah.
see.
Goofy.
Oh yeah,
That was
we'll
at the
find the
bar.
we'll find the bottom. We'll start at the bottom.
Oh,
Ooh, I know
there you
that
go.
can.
That's the one
Yeah,
I
we'll
had
we'll talk about that
before.
one. So this one, here you go. Get Denny's
This was
Denny's
Friday night.
selfies. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yep.
that's
Yep.
drinking the sour
That's
beer I had there, the Junebear.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll talk about that one in a minute.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
preempting the new and noteworthy beers.
Yep. So there was the picture there. Oh, look at another
That's the
selfie over
dark
here.
one. Yeah, yeah.
The
That's
hammer handle.
the hammer handle.
That
Yeah,
was
we'll talk
your
about that
nickname in
one.
high school.
Yeah, yeah, you know it.
Mine was Sweet Cracker. Yours was Hammer Handle. All right, what else we got? We got a picture of Sarah in there,
Hmm.
finally.
Looking beautiful as always.
Nice.
Look at
Very
that.
good. Very good. She's having some beer too, or is she
No,
just
no,
holding the
she's just
glass?
holding it.
Okay.
I needed to have someone besides me in the pictures. And then
She
the other
she
one's just the Oktoberfest from
okay.
the pint glass
All
there,
right.
Jim
Yeah.
Dandy. Yeah,
Yeah, she makes
nothing
you
too.
look good. That's
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's
all
always
right.
good to have her on my arm.
Yep. Yep.
Makes me look like I'm doing good for myself.
That's right.
Well, we went to Jim Dandy and had a great time. Well, on Saturday, both owners, uh, Davis and Haley Gove, they were there dressed up because they had a Halloween party.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so they both came over at different times and visited with us, which was wonderful. I really appreciate that they every time they see us, they make an effort to come and chat. And we had great conversation. Davis um, came for actually quite a while, and we just talked about beer. And I told him that, hey, this Oktoberfest is awesome, and he chatted about the beer. He also talked about they have a new brew system. It's a used brew system, but new to them. But it's more of an automated brew system. It's a 10 barrel. They had a 7 barrel, and they had their brew systems before. They had to go and they hook all the hoses, independently. And this whole system is all hard. It's all hard piped.
Mm.
So they no longer. It's all has a nice operator console, and it's like a brewery. They just kind of push buttons and turn knobs, and valves open and things transfer and things water comes in and grain. Everything is happens more automated. It's a 10 barrel instead of 7, so they got 3 more barrels they can brew. They got some more fermenters, and they are doing double batches of their Ambitious Blonde, which is their flagship beer. They sell more of that than any other beer, a blonde ale, and the blonde ale is really good. And originally they never planned on selling their beer outside of the brewery. So all their can sales and all their draft sales were all going to be done in the on premise. But because they have the bigger system now, and they were, they can brew. They have the double fermenter to brew 2 batches at a time, and put in the fermenter for their blonde. They are distributing their blonde ale around Pocatello in five
Oh,
or six
nice.
places. And I asked, well, are you going to try to get it out further? And he says, maybe, but right now we're focusing on just getting it around Pocatello. So they have one beer on draft at different venues across Pocatello, which is good. And it is fresh hop season, and
Mm.
we talked about all their beers. I can't remember all the details, but I do remember the details on the fresh hop. They went down to Wilder, Idaho, which is over west of where we're at, on basically on the border of Oregon and Idaho, where a lot of hop crops are grown. And I've been to Wilder. I've done the Gooding Farms hop tour. I have a video on our YouTube page that kind of highlights that whole hop tour that I did 5 or 6 years ago. Great time. It's very, if you want to learn more about how hops are harvested, go to our YouTube page, YouTube/tap the craft. And it is the @ symbol, Tap to Craft. I did find that out.
Yep.
And search for the hop uh, what did I call it? I don't even know. Hop harvest
I think it was
video,
Hop Field Tour or
hop
something
field
like
tour.
that.
Yeah. And watch it, and you can get a quick synopsis of the whole process. It's very educational. But he went down there, and one of the things you got to realize is they don't there's a tight window of when they can harvest these hops. And if the hops aren't ready, they don't harvest. But when they are ready, they have to harvest it, and they have to harvest it fast.
Harvest like the Dickens.
Yeah. So they do testing, and they take, they kind of figure out, okay, are these hops of this variety ready or not? And if they're not, they let them go another day or two until they get to a point where they're good. So Davis went down there and was ready to go the next morning. He got a hotel, was going to go next morning. He was going to grab his hops, and he wanted Idaho Jim hops. And he was going to take them back, and they were going to take care of them, put them in, do their thing. And the morning they called and said, hey, the hops aren't ready. We're not harvesting the Idaho Jim, but you can go down to Mill 95 and get some Citra hops. So he went down and got Citra instead. So he did a pale ale. That's a fresh hop pale ale with Citra. And here's the interesting thing that I hadn't heard of. So normally brewers will put these fresh hops in the boil. Now, why do they put them in the boil? Because they need to boil off any, they're fresh, right? They're not dried, kilned, and they need to make sure that these hops don't carry anything that's going to spoil the beer if they put them in the dry hop. So normally they put them in the boil. And when they put them in the boil, you can get different flavors from these hops. A lot of times you get a vegetal flavor, and some of the oils will come out and give you a dank, oily, vegetal character along with the flavor. And that's what people like wet hop beers. What Davis does is he takes those wet hops, and instead of putting them in the boil, he takes liquid nitrogen, and then he sprays down all the hops he just gathered, these fresh hops. He freezes them all. So he freezes them, turns them into ice cubes, which also kills off any of the bad stuff, right? Then he puts them into the dry hop and does the fresh hop as a dry hop addition to give the flavors. And what did it do for this beer? It provided some of that vegetal character, but also the hop oils really came out. It's like he made his own cryo hops, basically, right? He froze these things, and what happens is these hop oils come out of that hop more, and gives a real bright, kind of a really bright hop character, as well as some vegetal character from the leafy stuff as well. And I'll tell you what, a fantastic Citra fresh hop Citra pale ale he did this time.
Nobody looked at that and went, hey, Davis has got a container of liquid nitrogen. Should we be worried?
So I said, how hard is it to get this stuff? He's, oh, it's not that hard. Last year he did one bottle. He did 2 bottles of liquid nitrogen this time to really freeze these things really good. So I don't know. I always learn cool things when I talk to him, and he's very open to explain, his process in brewing, and we talk about the beer. And so, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead, since we didn't have any content, we didn't have our normal scheduled content. I wanted to just talk about Jim Dandy, talk about Davis and Haley Gove and their fantastic brewery that's always packed. I mean, literally, we were standing. We on Saturday we were at the bar because there was no room anywhere else but the bar. Friday when we came in, there was no room anywhere. We were standing in the corner waiting for a table to open, and a table opened that we were sharing a big bench with other people, and we just kind of shared that little portion of the bench with them. But yeah, they're always packed, and it's because they make great beer. One more thing I want to talk about is, remember when we had the Great American Beer Fest show last episode? I said, we both said, hey, Jim Dandy, we need to get your beers entered. Well, I asked them about it. I said, and they said they did enter beer. They entered the cream ale in a couple years ago, and they were disappointed because all the winners that year were like Mexican lagers and stuff. They weren't even the style. And he just got frustrated that, well, you know what? Our cream ale wins medals and ribbons across these other beer competitions, but we submit it to Great American Beer Fest, and because people are submitting, you can submit whatever style as long as it kind of resembles that. It can pass for that cream ale, which Mexican lagers can because it's got a lot of the same characters. That they're winning it over a real cream ale. And in my opinion, a lager should not be winning a cream ale category, right? Come on,
come on, Brewers Association.
Yeah,
get your
so
shit together.
He got disappointed with that. So, and because they want to make sure they release they send their beers in the best condition possible.
Yeah,
they put them, they package them in a special way. They put them in ice and ship them off. It's like $1,000 to submit a beer for the way they do it to the Great American Beer Fest, and they just don't, because they decided to go ahead and invest in a new brew house and new fermenters. The money's better spent there than going and trying to win a competition that people are submitting, ridiculous, other styles that don't really fit and winning. And he said they will eventually go back and do it again, but right now the money needs to be allotted to other.
And that makes sense too, especially if they're going to be meddling in other competitions. Me personally, I'm not going to look at that medal and go, "Oh wow, Pocatello's best brewery." That's nothing. They don't have any Great American Beer Fest medals. No, you got some freaking awards hanging on the wall.
They've got like 7 or 8 medals hanging on their wall, right? They've won quite a few things. So but there you go. There's our brew buzz for this episode. Jim Dandy and their awesome beer and awesome people. If you go through Pocatello and you don't stop at Jim Dandy, you're making a big mistake.
Denny calls it a big mistake. You're an idiot.
Okay, Kris, that's enough of the brew buzz. Yeah, let's go
time for some
beer.
Pavilion beer.
Pavilion beer, Schwarzbier, coming in at 5% ABVs. Let's crack this thing open and pour it into our glasses. Everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Schwarzbier. I love Schwarzbier.
The Schwartz is strong with this one.
Yeah, and I was so happy when this was in the box that Kris sent me, is that, you know what? I am going to, no matter what, I'll love this beer because I love black lagers or dark lagers. So this one again, lacking the head. Disappointed.
What do you mean lacking the head?
I'm
going to have to teach you how to pour a beer, son.
Okay, well, sorry. In my B cup, my stout.
Your stout B cup. That's why.
It didn't head up.
We're still at a two-finger
head there.
2-finger head here.
I'm looking through here. Very few bubbles.
Literally the entire can.
Yeah. Can you see bubbles through yours? I don't see much.
Bubbles through it? Okay, so it's definitely even the camera's like, oh, let's try to pick this up.
It's a deep.
I can kind of see my face.
Red, deep.
Kind of.
No, I can't see your face. You can't.
I can.
Anything. No.
I can. I see it on my screen. You see my face moving back and forth.
You're crazy, man. Oh, I do see your face.
Yeah, see? You see the lightning logo right there.
Yeah,
you can see through it.
Yeah.
That's how you know they did it right.
It's a deep red.
This is I
see red through here when I'm looking through, but yeah.
You guys remember that crayon burnt sienna that everyone hated? This is a deep dark copper, maybe, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, it's like it's a deep, super deep copper because there's no orange to it. It's got like a deep red mahogany, like a burnt mahogany.
Or here, if you want to get real crazy, I mean, like, look, I mean, it's hard to see.
But yeah, my head didn't last at all, so I can't talk.
I'm still there. I still got a good pinky fingers worth.
The aroma is awesome. It is so perfect for the style. It's got a slight coffee character to there. That roasted malt gives you a little chocolate, even maybe, or like a coffee chocolate Tootsie Roll.
Yep, that's a great way to look at it.
Tootsie Roll aroma. I mean, I love the aroma is fantastic. It's just so it's just saying, hey, come drink me, please, please come drink
Put
me.
me,
Okay, well, you
excuse
know
me,
what?
could you put me in your mouth, please?
I think I okay.
I think I
Let's try
will.
that.
Now that you mention
All
it.
right, all right. Mm, okay.
Hmm.
So
I was so
I will
glad
say,
this was packaged. I'm going to tell you that much because
yeah, no, it
I
is
had this at the
good.
brewery the other day too.
Um, again, super dry beer. What is up with all their beers being so dry?
I mean, maybe they're using an in-house yeast.
They have a yeast that just like whips out the sweetness because this one's also a very dry beer. Not used to having this dry of a Schwarzbier, to be honest with you. Comes across drier than I was expecting. It has the same body as the other two beers. It's almost like these three beers are have like a similar base, but then they just add some extra. Like they have the same.
They just changed
They,
the grain bill.
yeah, he threw a little bit of dark malt in here to give it the color and the aroma and the flavor of the of the roast. But it's the body is similar on all three of these beers, lighter, and they're all dry. And I'm gonna take some more sips, but
Oh,
I was
excuse
actually,
me.
honestly, I'll be a little. I'll say I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get more of that roast character in the flavor. I get it in
Really?
the nose, yeah. I didn't get but I only took one sip, and it's a little colder than it should be. So maybe I need to let
Okay.
this sit a little bit,
Oh,
and
hey, there's
maybe
all.
my taste buds are, contracting, retracting, and I'm not getting all that roast. I am getting the dryness, which I think is coming across. I think some of that roast is causing the dryness to be a little bit feeling heavier, right? Because um,
I'll,
that
it,
can give you
if
that
this
dryness.
was any roastier, I would probably call it a stout or a porter.
Hmm, I don't know about that.
Or the bite from the that I'm getting from the roast. If it was any more roasty, I don't know if I would want to drink this as much as I like drinking this.
No, no, this is very drinkable because it isn't heavy in flavors,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not overwhelming your taste buds. I just, for my own personal preference, I appreciate a little bit more of that coming out. Not stout like,
Mm-hmm.
because here's what I want. I want to have the lager flavor of the beer, right? I want to taste the lager, and I don't get. That's what I'm missing. I think is more of that lager character. Um, and you're right. In the finish, I do get the roast left in my mouth.
Yeah.
Um, and not necessarily up front, but residual, and it's very drinkable. No, there's nothing wrong with this. If I rate it right now, for me again, I also all three.
Yeah. That was me having that same
That
beer.
was you. Okay.
Yeah.
So far, all three of these beers, they're all good. They're and I think this is also right now. Maybe I'll change it. Uh, this would be a 4 cap rating in my book as well. What'd you rate this beer?
Great
Do you know?
question. I don't have to go too far to find this one. 4.
Yeah. So, what would bring it above a 4 for me? Just a slight bit more of that roast up front, and something that differentiates it more from the other two beers I had. I mean, it's one thing to say that if you make beers that all taste similar to each other, I mean, they're all drinkable, right? That's all good. I love a drinkable beer, but I also need something that's a little bit more that sets each one apart from each other, right? These kind of blend together too closely. They're only slightly the Festbier is the Festbier. The red ale was slightly more caramel than the Festbier. This one's a little bit more caramel, roasty than the red ale. They're all just slight differences between each beer, which is not bad if that's what you want to make a base beer that that you have this characteristic of your beers, and all the beers that you make are all have the same characteristic, but it's only slight differences, then that's fine. But with this one, I'd like to have a little bit more, just a touch more roast for my
Touch
liking.
more roast
But
for you.
yeah, but still good, still good beer. Nothing wrong with the beer. I'm just giving my opinion because I bought it and I can I can talk about my beer.
Yep. Yep.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. No, I like the beer. Nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit more while we talk about our new and noteworthy beers, Kris. What do you have on your list? Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't see anything on your list.
I don't have anything on my list. God, what an idiot.
What, do you need me to talk about my new and noteworthy
No,
while you fill
I
your
got
list out?
this. I got this. Just haven't put it on the list yet. Jeez.
Come on, man. I thought you were ready.
I am ready. I'm just looking at my Untapped and I'm doing it on the fly. Let me, I don't always have to have lists. My ADHD makes this possible. Brought to you by Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. First beer on my list, Denny.
Okay, what's the first beer?
I'll put this in the notes too, so I make sure it's on there.
That would be nice. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
I will make sure that's on there. It is called Talos. It is from Cigar City Brewing, and it is from I don't know, two episodes, two versions of their El Catador Club ago. It is a barrel aged imperial stout. It was aged in spiced rum barrels.
Oh, nice.
And I love the story that they put on all these, because it was kind of like Greek mythology. And it was Talos is the bronze protector of Crete. And he lends his name to this imperial stout that's been aged for an epic period of time in spiced rum barrels. May its beguiling flavor circle your palate the same way Talos circled his island. And this beer, it was hey, let's crack open a beer and watch something dumb on TV. 4.25 cap rating for this one. Wow. And it was, to me, it was actually a really simple drink. I'm just trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything on the notes, but it was a really easy drinker. And the only reason I didn't rate it higher was just because it was too much like all the other barrel aged stuff that we had. You could definitely notice that it wasn't from a bourbon barrel. You could definitely tell it was from a spiced rum barrel, which I did like.
Yeah, they're very unique, and they add some Caribbean flair to
yeah,
the beer.
It's a good way to look at it. And it was really easy to drink, though. Let's see if I read this correctly, clocking in at 14%.
Wow.
So,
nice.
Just shy of that worldwide stout that we talked about earlier. But yeah, like I said, really easy to drink. Tina and I split the bottle that we were sitting down watching a movie and just really enjoyed this one. So this one I gave a 4.25 cap rating to on this one. And the next on my list is going to be from right here in Tampa again. It's called Refractive Error. And this is a New England IPA, hazy IPA from the folks over at Common Dialect Beerworks. Now,
never heard of them.
I know. Well, here's the thing. You know how I know Common Dialect?
Nope.
Well, it all started about 5 or 6 years ago, Denny, when we took over our dog training business. And we used to live right down the street from this place called Health Mutt.
Okay.
Great little tiny pet store, just, I don't want to call it a hole in the wall, because, well, it's not a hole in the wall anymore. It was a great little pet store, or a pet supply store. And I don't want Kendra killing me, because she, She's a redhead too, just kind of like Tina, so they make me a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But her and her husband, Kendra and her husband Mike, decided to open a brewery. And what they did is they grabbed a hold of this fairly large building in an area of Tampa called Seminole Heights. And on one side, you've got Health Mutt, the pet store.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of the building, you've got Common Dialect Beerworks. And when I first met Mike, Mike was just home brewing just for fun. And then I believe if I heard her correctly the other day, Mike moved on to working with some different breweries and stuff in the area, and now they're doing their own thing. And this refractive error, I gave a 4.25 cap rating to, and I got to enjoy this over at where else? Gasparilla, because they had a tap takeover
Oh.
for the folks over at Common Dialect, and this is a hazy IPA with Citra, Rawaka, that's a new one for me, and bitter gold hops. And this one disappeared very quickly,
Mm.
very quickly. I also told them, hey, it'd be great to have you guys on the show and talk to you about these beers. So hopefully in 2024 we'll be able to
Yeah.
Kendra's like me, she'll talk to anybody. Mike,
Okay.
a little more introvert, so we'll have to
Okay.
encourage him a little
Well, you
more
can
to
get
come on
anyone
and
to
talk about
talk,
his
right?
beers. We have ways to make you talk.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. But 4.25 caps for this beer. They're refractive error. And I had a couple other beers from them the very same night. They had one, it was a Helles called Ohekis, and then which I gave a 4 cap rating to. And I couldn't not have this beer just because of the name of it. The Funcle of Dunkles.
Wow. Must have been a good Dunkel.
Yeah, and it was a good Dunkel. 4 cap rating for that one too. So had a lot of good beers locally here, and I feel like all of my beers that I read about are all right here in Tampa. I don't have to go anywhere else, Denny.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of mine are in around Boise
It's good.
ish.
How we know where to ish. We know where to go get good beers. Yeah, this Idaho. We'll call it Idaho.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, because
We don't win
you
any Great American Beer Fest awards, but hey, it's okay. The beer's still good.
yeah, but what did I say about Great American Beer Fest awards about 10 minutes ago? Nobody cares where the awards came from. You've got awards hanging on your wall.
Yeah, it's true. True.
So tell us about your new and noteworthy beers.
All right. I've already talked about all of them. I'll go quick over here, though. The first one, 5 cap rating, Jim Dandy Brewing, Oktoberfest 2023. Oh, yeah. Nice and malty. Super
Oh, yeah.
clean with a graham cracker malty flavor. Very tasty. Probably the best Oktoberfest I've had this year, and I have had a few. 5 cap rating. Woo, that was a burp. Then, next one I talked about how we made it, how they made it. The Jim Dandy Brewing Fresh Hop 2023 Citra Pale Ale. Aroma has a strong grassy and citrus notes. The flavor also has grassy and candy citrus character. The beer is lighter and delicate, but such an easy drinker and clean. Well done, Davis. 4.5 cap rating. Then I have the Hammer Handle Belgian Porter. This has a nice coffee aroma with hints of chocolate. The flavor has the coffee roast with a very nice chocolate flavor. That's super smooth too. There is a hint of Belgian yeast in the finish as well, but is not prominent. 4.5 cap rating. And my last Jim Dandy beer. Yes, all 4 of my new and noteworthy beers are Jim Dandy beers, all getting a 4.5 cap rating or higher. The Junebear, which is a strawberry rhubarb fruited sour. And I said, very nicely done. The rhubarb tartness with a subtle strawberry fruity flavor and finishes dry with and clean, very tasty. I'll tell you what, this sour was done really well. And I'm so happy I was able to get a taste of it because basically this beer came out like a month ago, and I didn't think it was still going to be around when I got to Pocatello. and I'm glad it was still there because very tasty. So those are my new and noteworthy beer, all from Jim Dandy. Because you know what? Oh, I lost our damn. Oh, there it is. I lost our. I was I was gone away from our Facebook page so long. I lost our thing. Okay. But yeah, when I go to Jim Dandy, I always have some great beer. Okay, Kris. You know what? Let's go ahead and roll this show to a close. But before we do that, it's always fun for us to go ahead and give a toast out to some people we like to give a toast to. So, who would you like to give a toast to tonight?
I want to wish a happy birthday to Jeff Crane, who is one of the owners at, well, Gasparilla Pizzeria and Growlers.
There we go.
Want to say happy birthday to him. Got to bump into him actually the same day that I bumped into the folks over at Common Dialect. So he was over there slinging pizza, pouring beers, serving tables, bussing stuff. As the one of the owners, you get to be, head table, head busser and server and a little bit of everything. So happy birthday, Jeff. Cheers to you, sir.
Jeff.
Hope it was an awesome day for you. I'll see you next Saturday.
29?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. 29, 39, who knows? I don't know. But Denny, what about you? Who would you like to raise a glass to this evening?
All right, I have a few. First, starting off with our Patreon toast goes out to my good buddy, Mike Blanchard. Mike, cheers to you. Thank you for your support. Also, a cheers out to my coworker, Eloise. She went to Wisconsin to go watch a Badger game just out of the blue. They just wanted to go see a college game in a big venue.
They lost, by the
Neither
way.
her nor her fiance are Badger fans, but they went to Wisconsin. They went to see, I think it was Badgers in Minnesota playing, I think. I don't know what game it was. But while they were there, they had to drink, some New Glarus beers. She picked up a 12-pack of Spotted Cow, drank a few while she was there, and brought the rest back home in her suitcase, packed between all of her socks and pants and warm clothes. And when she got back, she handed over 2 of the bottles of Spotted Cow for me, knowing that I enjoy Spotted Cow. So cheers to you, Eloise. Thank you for thinking of me and bringing back beer. I really appreciate it. And I've already had one of the bottles. I'm saving the other one. That beer is still so good. Every time I have it, I just love that beer.
You really do have like the best coworkers.
I do. She was wonderful. Okay, next, I want to raise my glass to my buddy, my good buddy, and another coworker, but he works for my customer, my buddy Bob. He's in Vegas right now. He's getting back tonight or tomorrow. I can't remember when. And he's been sending me photos of his different, places he's been drinking from. And one of the places that he's drinking from, I never heard of, but I need to go visit. It's called Abel Baker Brewing. Have you heard of these guys, Kris?
No. So listen,
it's the home of the Atomic Duck. How could you not go to
how could you not go to the home of the Atomic Duck? I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Next September,
we go visit.
You want to go? You want to go to the home of the Atomic Duck next September?
You know what? Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we'll join you in Vegas and we'll go to the Atomic Duck. Abel Baker Brewing. It's a brewery I must visit now. He sent me pictures, and then I went to the website to visit. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a place I have to go. They've only been around for like 5 years, I think, so not too long. But
yeah, okay. It's always good. I love being able to hear about places out there too, because we fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, do end up spending a fair amount of time in the Las Vegas area. So
yeah. Okay, well maybe we'll try to plan a trip for next September when you're there.
Well, I can tell you next September is going to include our trip to the Gorge out in Washington.
Oh, okay.
Watch, it'll probably be like overlapping when I'm supposed to be in Vegas.
Yeah, probably will.
No, it's usually Labor Day weekend, so it should be safe.
Okay. All right, and my last toast, well, not my last, my second to last toast goes out to my lovely wife, Sarah, whose birthday is Friday. Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you for putting up with me for all these years. You're wonderful. And of course, the last toast goes out to our servicemen and women out there protecting our freedoms. Thank you for all you do, and cheers to you. And we hope you're able to return home safely to your families very soon. And Kris, why don't you go ahead and give a toast out to our sponsor?
So would love to raise a glass to the folks over at Tin Tackers, the provider of sweet metal beer signs that will make your walls happy. Tin Tackers has a vast selection of embossed aluminum signs, perfect for your garage, home bar, or man cave. They have the biggest selection with the best prices. They also have a mini tacker of the month club, which is a club just for craft beer lovers who collect tin tackers. A surprise in your mailbox every month. Visit their website at tintackers.com and use the promo code TAPTHECRAFT at checkout to save 10% on your entire order, and let them know we sent you.
Okay. Well, you can find the beers that we had on the show in the show notes located on the show post at taptocraft.com. And it is last call. It's time to bring the show to a close. We want to thank you for downloading and listening to the show. We ask you to please tell a friend. And of course, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, let me drink this first.
Mm.